Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nosebleed Seats, a brand new episode. I'm the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter. We are here in Jerseyville, Illinois for Rampage Championship Wrestling. And joining me today, one of Rampage's
newest acquired talents.
Newest acquired talents. He normally wrestles for New Midwest Wrestling. For those who go to the shows in Springfield, it's a role model, Stephen Bishop, longtime member of the NMW roster.
That is very true.
No, how did you get into professional wrestling?
I've always liked it for like a long time, since I was a little kid. And actually, one of the guys that got me started who doesn't wrestle anymore is Dredd Walker's brother.
That would be Christopher Rain.
We was working together, and he said I should come check it out, and I did, and fell in love with it, and now I am where I am because of that. So,
now you made your debut. You back when New Midwest was still running at Soccer World.
that is correct. Yes.
You were pulled out of the crowd to referee a match.
that was awkward.
Who was in that match? Thank you.
That was Chef Bill Legassi and Beaton Westlake. That I honestly didn't know that was going to happen. That was just spontaneous. So,
but then a month later, you started tagging with Leo Legassi.
Well, I had to do something. I mean, they just couldn't pump me out like that.
You wrestled, Beaton Westlake, and before he became known as Eric Logan, he was known as simply the Caddy.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about him. I'll beat him up in a minute.
You were, and when you started, you referred to yourself as the Chaos Kid, correct?
Unfortunately, yes. That's something that happened, and go figure, WWE started stealing it and using it with Charlie Hoff, so...
Yeah, you played a number of gimmicks, paying homage to a number of wrestlers.
Yes, that's true.
At some point, however, you started following some guy calling himself Ron, who was, I guess,
Ron was
a big-time narcissist.
He was a deity. To this day, I follow Ron anywhere. He has some smart ideas. Kool-Aid wasn't that good, but he has some smart ideas. He got us the gold. We were tag team champions on many occasions.
Well, you won the tag titles, with Jacob, actually.
Yes, I did.
So, what have you been doing at the companies that you work for currently? We'll just start with New Midwest.
In the tag team revival with my partner, the Dave. We are the original members of the Sin Club, simply because we were given strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers. Now, you had the choice to join the singles division, singles glory, or do the tag team initiative. You decided to go with the tag team initiative. What led to the decision that that was the course you wanted to go in 2009?
Well, the reason I went with the tag team division, mainly because as a role model, I got to set a good example. What better way to set an example to pick somebody new and have them follow in my footsteps?
Now you had, as part of your entourage, one of the a member of the Midwest mob, Axis.
Yeah.
You had problems with him, and...
I never had problems with him. He just didn't like me. I don't know how
you were blaming him for all the losses, and
he kept
slapping him around, and...
If he wouldn't have lost, there'd have been no problem, I would there. So it wasn't my problem.
It's not a problem for him, because he teamed up with Ryan Fix, and they won the Midwest Tag Team titles.
And did you see what happened to him last time when he wrestled? Yeah.
Crashed right into the top rope.
If he'd have been with me, that would never happen. We'd have had gold and glory, and we wouldn't have even wrestled that match, because we're better than that.
So you're saying you're better than Herb Matthews and Jordan McIntyre?
You said it, not me.
But that's one thing leading to another here. That's the chain of logic I have to follow.
There's no chain of logic.
It would have never happened.
It would have never happened. In that situation, we would have told them, no, we're not going to wrestle them. Because we're better than them. We deserve better. Put us in the ring with somebody better. See what we do.
So you're going to be looking to challenge Phoenix and Axis then?
I'm always looking for gold. Ain't no doubt about it. Whether it be New Midwest, RCW, NBWA, it don't matter where it is. They want me to come in there and wrestle. Eventually, I will get gold. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. That's all I gotta say.
Now you've been for the longest time ranked in the top 5 in the contendership for the heavyweight title. That's my ranking. It's not anybody else's.
That's just
you never got a shot at the heavyweight title. What was up with that?
The heavyweight title. Well, I really don't have much to say about that. Right now I'm working on a tag thing. I'm going to go with tag. If something happens to the Dave and simply not with us anymore,
he quits or whatever.
Then maybe. And nobody said he was going to quit. Nobody said nothing about that. The Dave is good.
Or takes a sabbatical, we'll just say that.
If something happens, we get a new member, maybe I'll go singles glory. Win that elusive heavyweight title, but let's just leave it with tag right now.
Okay. Your thoughts on the tag team scene in the Midwest now?
It's getting better. We really don't have much of a tag team scene anywhere. No company does. Because everybody wants to be singles and take the glory for themselves. Not the role model. I believe in a tag partner. Somebody watch my back. I watch his, he watches mine. That's how it's done. No matter what. You always have somebody with you, strength in numbers.
What were your thoughts on some of the tag teams? Your first victory between you and the Dave was against Babe Watch.
Those kids? Yeah. I remember them. There's nothing to them. I beat them by myself. That's how good I am.
You've also had a match against the Hybrids, which didn't quite go well. You thought you're going to give the beat down to Zero Gravity, and the Hybrids come in the ring. You thought they were going to help you, and then they started slugging you.
We had to work out. We had to set in stone. They were going to come out while we were beating them down and help us out because strength in numbers. I mean, come on. If they'd have done what they promised to do, then there'd be no Zero Gravity. Wait, there is no zero gravity. So my plan kind of worked out a little bit there.
Okay, Justin McIntyre might take issue with that because that was his plan.
We'll see.
Now, how did you get into wrestling? How did you decide the wrestling business was for you?
Why is it not? I mean, look at me. I'm talented, smart, and sexy. I'm a role model for everybody. What does every kid look up to? Wrestling. Every time you just hear something, this person did this, this person did that. Everywhere you go, somebody's talking about wrestling. Usually they're talking about the role model. But
you're not ranked on the NBS 25.
That's not the list. That list don't exist.
That list don't exist? We put it together. We ranked the top 25 wrestlers in Central Illinois. I'm one of the voters, yes.
Well, if you're a voter, why aren't you voting for me?
Tell me I'm bad.
I don't know.
See, no. See, now I'm going to be on that list.
You're going to be on that list?
I'm going to be on your fictitious list.
All right. We'll see. What have you been doing for Rampage?
What have I been doing here? Winning. I've beat Blake Steele. I've beat Darian Frost before. I've beaten Sage Ramsey here. I've beaten James Weldon. I'm working my way up the ladder here. I'm going to be up in that title.
You had a match against Jason Wells. Did you win that one?
I'm not going to comment on that match.
Oh, it didn't go well for you? Is that why you're sporting
let's just say
a hand injury?
That match with him was devastating to both of us. We always put it on the line wherever I go. I put my heart and soul in a match. It don't matter who it's against. And that match took a lot out of both of us, so we'll just leave it at that.
Now, you've been primarily, off and on throughout your run, feuding with Sage Ramsey. What is your beef with him?
Crap. He thinks he's better than everybody else, and he's not. Sage Ramsey is a worthless piece of crap that I don't know how he got so well liked by the fans. I mean, look at him. He's like, what, 6'2" or something? 450 pounds. It don't matter. I mean, look at him. He's like, chokeslam.
You feuded with him.
I have beat him so
every
many
incarnation
times.
of the Cult of Ron.
And we beat him every time. Every partner I've had with him.
Beat him every time?
We've left him in stitches and tears.
But not
without tag team titles. It doesn't matter. I've fought him more times than I can count and care to remember. And I always leave him with a tear in his eye because he knows he can't be as good as me.
Now the last major, you had a run, you were tagging up with Tricky Dick Moore, and I remember about 4 of those 5 matches you had with him were against Sage and Wells.
Yeah, both of them are kind of loserish people. I don't like either one of them. I mean, come on, look at them. They're trying to be something they're not. They're not wrestlers, they're fighters. This is wrestling. Get it? Wrestling, not fighting. They want to fight, don't go to a bar. They want to wrestle.
We're at American Legion Hall. There's a bar right here.
Well, that's their problem. They're probably out drinking right now.
But they're not on friendly terms.
I don't care about them. Neither one of them have to do anything with me tonight. What I'm doing what I do.
Thoughts on your debut at New Breed Wrestling Alliance?
Which time? I've wrestled there a couple of times.
You've wrestled. Well, specifically your debut.
First time I wrestled with them, it was against Billy Morgan, actually.
And that was
a few years ago. It was, I want to say, about 3 years ago or so. Maybe less than that. I don't remember the exact time. Me and him went down there. We did our thing. I beat him up. He beat me up. If I remember correctly, I think I won that match. But
I guess I do remember you wrestled there 3 years ago, but I was thinking of the 50 plus.
50, yeah, I was in that one. I was in that. It was enjoyable. I liked it. I mean, I like them guys. They're okay. They're nowhere near the caliber of me, but come on, who is?
Are you looking to go back to New Breed?
If they invite me back, I'll go back. Right now, just playing soon.
And you're looking to expand to other promotions. Where would you like to wrestle for?
It really doesn't matter. I've wrestled everywhere from Missouri Powerhouse Wrestling to New Breed, all the way through RCW and NMW. I've wrestled everywhere, Central Illinois, Missouri.
You wrestle for NGW or GAW or
no, I've not
SLW?
I've not wrestled for any of them yet. I wouldn't mind SLW. I mean, they sound like they've got a good head on their shoulders. I mean, I'd have to give them a check out, see what they're like. Just hear the little gossip that everybody says, whether they're good, whether they're bad, who says what. And it's just a big hassle right now. I'm going to do what I do, and that's wrestle where I wrestle.
Okay. What are your goals for the remainder of the year?
Win. What else should I do?
What are they?
What are my goals? To win. I win. There's no other goals but to win. It's not like I'm going to have a goal of go out there and beat somebody until they die. No. I want to do what I do, and that's win. If I get gold in the process, then I'll be a champion. But I mean, wherever I go, no matter what, I'm going to win. That's what I do.
Okay. Who would you like to have a match with that you've have not yet got the opportunity to have? That would be one of the local promotions.
Who would I like to wrestle that I haven't wrestled? Wow. You know, you would think that'd be a hard question, but it's not. Hardcore KC, the main attraction.
You've never wrestled KC?
In tag matches, I have. In singles, no. Are you talking singles or tags?
Singles.
Singles, it would be the main attraction. Mainly because, well, I don't like it. I'm gonna beat them up. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. I'm gonna beat them up and take care of business.
Okay, KC Jackson. You might have an opponent for a future mid-pro wrestling show right here.
I'm always willing to wrestle.
What was your favorite match of your career so far? You've been at it for about 7 years.
It's been longer than that. I've been with New Midwest. I started training in '99.
Did you wrestle during the Stockyard Rodeo?
I was training during the Stockyard.
But you didn't make your debut until...
I didn't make my debut in
Soccer World.
So.
Okay.
And there's plenty of people there that I had great matches with. And it's hard to say which matches are my favorite, because there are so many. I like the first blood tag match with Tough and Stuff, even though they're kind of worthless. I mean, we did lose the titles, but still, it was a great match. Mississippi Madman, Don Jackson, we had a great match. Lucius B. Coltrane, we had a great match with him. There's a couple guys in Iowa that I've wrestled that we had, I think it was a 6-way match that we did up there. It was a great match in Scott County.
Now known as Pro Wrestling Next.
Wow, why change your names?
Well, because they're not going to run in Scott, they're going to run outside of Scott County.
It don't matter. That's CW.
Okay. What is your most forgettable wrestling moment that you'd rather not ever remember this incident ever happening?
The Chaos Kid.
Now you enjoyed that gimmick. In fact, you did it twice.
Next question.
Have you ever had a skirmish with a fan?
Actually, yes. I've had a couple. The most memorable one was when me and Bradley Stevens started a big free-for-all at the end of a match. Mm-hmm. And I was beating down Ryan Cruz. Because she's girl and girl should be wrestling. And I was beating her down, and some fan tried to get over the guardrail and try and hit me and punch me. And needless to say, the little 14-year-old would have got hurt.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, it was at Soccer World. Or no, it was at the warehouse.
No, it's too early for
it. It was at the warehouse, and that's what me and Bradley Stevens did. We beat people up. And we were out there causing chaos because that was fun. And I was dragging her back by her hair and beating her down, and he tried to get over the guardrail and say something about you shouldn't hit a girl and don't pick on girls because girls are girls and something. I don't know. He was 14. I think he was trying to cuss, but he just couldn't get the words out. He was like verbally stupid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've met people like that. It's all the time, right?
Yeah.
Verbally challenged idiots. He was one of them. So, next.
I should ask you about your prior partners. Now, Bradley Stevens supposedly came back, and now he's disappeared again. It's like he came in on that hardcore match.
Bradley Stevens is doing his thing. He's got to do what he's doing. He's taking care of some business, and we'll see him soon. That's what we're doing.
Who's your favorite part of all the ones you've had?
How can I answer that without having one of them come back on me and be like, why wasn't I your favorite? I mean, come on, they all know me. They know I'm out to be me. I'm not going to go out there and be like, oh, this person was my favorite, because I'm the role model. I don't have a favorite. They look up to me. So I am their favorite part.
Who should be brought back to the Midwest that's been away for a very long time? That was a loaded question right there.
Not really, because I've thought about it. I get asked about who would like to come back and stuff like that, and honestly, one of the people that I just recently talked to said something to me, and I told him I beat him up any day because he needs a role model to look up to, and he's kind of short. The man, Matt Boston. If you hear this, that's your challenge. So I'll take you out, too. I don't care. You and Casey. Team you up, you two midgets wrestling me.
I missed this one earlier. I should have got to this one real early. About the middle of your run at the Midwest, you were just crossing into the main event scene, getting a big victory over Guy Smith at First Blood back in, I think it was 2006, or was it 2005?
That was a great match. I don't remember the exact year, but it was a great match.
It was at the warehouse. Well, I think it had to be 2006.
Are you? What is your question that you're getting to?
You've had struggles with injuries. I mean,
I was
crossed in the main event scene.
Yeah, I was coming back from that match. Mm-hmm. If you're talking about when I got injured the first time, my main injury was a November rain at the American Center. Yeah, against Tricky Dick, who turned out to be a partner of mine, and Justin McIntyre. I tore my ACL and my meniscus in a triple threat intercontinental title match. Go figure, I was that stupid Chaos Kid person, and what happened? I got hurt.
Is that the one where you went upside down and fell on your head? Is that particular match?
No. I don't remember that one.
I do remember you crashed or went down head first, straight down your head, and then you had to take time off for a neck injury.
There's been plenty of injuries that I've had. I mean, I've bounced back. I mean, look at me. I'm back now. Better than ever.
Should you be back in the main event scene right now? Because
I should always be in a main event scene, wherever I am. Whether I'm injured or not, I should be doing something main event style. That's what I do.
Okay.
I mean, look at the people I've beaten. Mississippi Madman, the Marvel,
Did you beat Madman?
Shut up, I beat him. Guy Smith, I've beaten him.
Yes, you did.
Eric Logan and Spencer Powers, or whatever you want to call him now, I've beaten him. I've beaten a lot of the upper name people in New Midwest. Why didn't I give him my shot? I don't know. We'll let that one play out. I mean, I'm going to do what I do, and we're going to win gold eventually.
What are your thoughts on the St. Louis wrestling scene?
I really don't know much about it. I really don't pay much attention to them. Is that something you do, or do you wrestle there, or what?
No, I cover the scene. I mean, it's the jewel of the... St. Louis used to be one of the meccas of the wrestling business.
I don't wrestle there.
Would you like to wrestle there?
They want me. They know how to get a hold of me.
Okay.
I'm sure they can find a way. You got a hold of me. I mean, come on. Think about it. They get a hold of you. You get a hold of me. That's how it's done.
All right, we got a few minutes left. We got a few word association questions for you. WWE. Do you like the product as it stands now, or you prefer?
It was better when it was older. When it was WWF.
TNA.
Up and comer.
Ring of Honor.
No clue.
No clue. You didn't make any of the shows in Collinsville.
Never seen a Ring of Honor show.
You should make the trip.
Should I? You gonna pay for my gas?
I don't know.
You pay for my gas? I'll
Purple somebody.
I'm not gonna carpool. I'm a role model. They should want to ride with me.
Rampage.
Very, very good people. Very, very.
Do you think Rampage doesn't? Think Rampage isn't given enough credit for what they do? No.
That's hard to say. It is. If I say yes, then somebody else is going to be mad. If I say no, then they're going to be mad. I mean, it's one of those things where it's a win-win or win-lose situation. Either way, I'm out. So I'm not going to comment on that one because I don't want to make somebody mad and go figure they'll hate me forever, which I don't really care, but I'm trying to be nice right now. If you're lucky I haven't smacked your glasses off yet. I'm working on that one.
Midwest.
Pro wrestling is number one way.
The only wrestling in Central Illinois.
I didn't say the only. I said pro wrestling.
Oh, pro wrestling.
Okay. I'm trying to put words in my mouth.
You got to say it louder because I didn't hear you clearly.
How loud am I supposed to say it? Pro wrestling in Central Illinois.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
You need me to yell at you? Not the only. Don't put words in my mouth. All right?
I want to hear you clearly.
You can hear me clearly. You didn't have no other problems until I got to that one. Now did you?
Decibel level was so low.
How is it low? I said pro wrestling. The only no. Pro wrestling.
Okay. GAW, Great American Wrestling.
Not really.
Not very.
I have no comment on that one.
Next Generation Wrestling? Up in Peoria?
Never been to a show.
Really?
Never.
New Breed.
They're working their way up.
Well, they
have some talented people there. I'll admit that.
They won the 2009 Promotion of the Year for the NDS.
Congrats to them. That's their job. They did what they had to do, and they won. That's them. I have no ill will towards them. They're good guys. I like some of the people there. I wouldn't be wrestling there if I didn't like some of the people. How would I?
Mid Pro Wrestling.
Who?
Mid Pro Wrestling in Decatur.
Is that fat run by them? Who is that?
Casey and Madman.
Oh, yeah. Anytime I challenge both of you. That's all I gotta say. I'll beat you both up. I'll bring a Twinkie for you too. You tell me Mama I said hi. I'll take her out with my bag.
Supreme League of Wrestling. SLW.
I haven't been to any of their shows, so I have nothing to say about them.
IWA Mid-South.
Is that one of the stepping stones to somewhere better?
I would say, yeah, it's a higher level. They're running downstate of late.
Well, congratulations to them. If they want to get a hold of me, I'm sure they can get a hold of you, and you get a hold of me, or they can get a hold of somebody else they work with that knows who I am, because that's all there is.
Let's have a couple of names here. Darian Frost. Now, you had a match with him and Gerard, and you had a misfired moonsault that, or you bounced off Darian and went down with another injury.
If he wasn't so fat, I wouldn't have bounced off of him. That's all there is. I mean, if he loses some weight, then I wouldn't have to bounce off him. It's kind of like fat. He's fat like Sage Ramsey's fat, like just huge. Like, I mean, if they were smaller, then I'd be able to put them through tables like that. I mean, I wouldn't have bounced off him if it was skinny, would I?
John Magnus is now the new Midwest Heavyweight Champion.
He's a good guy. I like him a lot. I do like him. He's smart, very intelligent. He knows what he's doing. I give him credit.
Eric Logan. He's had a change in attitude.
I'm liking the change. Honestly, I like the change. If you want to go back a few years when he was like a good guy, wow, that kid needed some help. I mean, look at his change now. I mean, look at him. He's doing so much better for himself. I mean, he's doing his thing, and I'll team with him anytime. And if he wants to wrestle me, then book it, somebody. I'm sure we'll put on the best match you'll ever see.
Attitude Incorporated.
Is that those guys that make fun of themselves on the internet?
Something like that, yeah. Guys Best Spencer, Michael Shard.
Wow, what can I say about them? They've all changed so much. It's like changing hair color on Britney Spears or something. Like she shaves her head and then she grows it back, and that's like them.
The Ish.
Is that the dude that looks like a mini Jeff Jarrett?
Well, Nick Brubaker has the blonde hair, yes.
They're doing their thing. They're talented. I'll give them credit. They got some talent. I have no ill will towards them. They're decent guys.
All right, we're about out of time. Where can promoters go if they want to bring Stephen Bishop to their promotion?
You can get a hold of me at newmidwest.com, or you can go to New Midwest MySpace and send me an email through them, or I'm sure the Crime Fighter, they can get a hold of you. You can send me an email or something. Let me know so much.
What's your MySpace page if you have one?
It is actually, like, I use it, but not for everything. I don't want to give it out because I don't need like random fans coming up. You're like, we know you and you're on MySpace.
They can just search for your name or go off the New Midwest side.
They can, but they won't be able to get to me. They'll be able to send me an email asking me to be a friend, and I'll either deny them or accept them, whether I know them or not. And if it's somebody who wants to book me, they'll say, hey, put it. If you want to book me, put it in your email to me saying I would like to book you in a show, and then I'll add you and we'll go from there.
All right. We're out of time. I want to thank you for joining us today.
You joined me. I'm here. That's what I do. I'm here to wrestle.
Yeah, I did join you because I had to drive all the way down from Jerseyville instead of
so you
do this interview in Springfield.
Or something.
I don't know.
Lazy driving up here. See, I rode and somebody drove me. That's how I do it. See, I got a chauffeur. So, the role model's ready to go do his thing. He's got to go take care of some business. Is there anything else you got to say?
Absolutely not. Join us next time on the No Sweet Seats. Our guest will be
Rampage out.
Will be Rampage promoter Frank Reed. Will join us next week. I'm the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter. Join us on MySpace page, myspace.com, the Nosebleed Seats. We will see you next week.